Wondering what a first home savings account is and how it can help you buy your first home in 2025? Well, you're in the right place. I'm Harry Sale, financial advisor at Raymond James, and in this complete 2025 guide, I'm going to answer every question I've been asked by my clients and prospects about the FHSA. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this account to save thousands on your home purchase. So let's dive right in. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is a first home savings account? A first home savings account, or FHSA, is a tax advantage savings account that combines the best features of both RRSPs and TFSAs, but it's specifically for first-time home buyers in Canada. Now here's what makes it so powerful. You get tax deductions on your contributions just like an RRSP, but then when you withdraw the money to buy your home, you pay zero tax on that withdrawal just like a TFSA. This makes it the most powerful home buying tool available to Canadians this year. Let me give you the key features you need to know. Number one, tax deductible contributions up to $8,000 annually. Number two, completely tax-free withdrawals for qualifying home purchases. Number three, no repayment requirements, unlike the home buyer's plan through an RRSP. And number four, it's been available since 2023, so you might already have some catch-up room. Now let's talk about how much you can actually put into this account. In 2025, you can contribute up to $8,000 annually to your FHSA with a lifetime maximum of $40,000. But here's where it gets interesting. If you have unused contribution room from previous years, you can contribute up to $16,000 in a single year using your carry forward room. Let me break down the 2025 FHSA contribution limits even further. The annual limit, $8,000. The lifetime limit, $40,000. The maximum single year contribution, $16,000 if you have carry forward room. And that carry forward room accumulates at $8,000 per year. This means that if you open your account in 2024 but didn't contribute anything, you'd have $16,000 available to contribute in 2025. Keep a note, if you open your account in 2023 but didn't contribute anything, the maximum you can contribute is still $16,000. Next year, you'll be able to catch up for 2025 and 2026. That is a significant boost to your home buying power. But before you can take advantage of these limits, you need to make sure you actually qualify for a first home savings account. The main requirement is that you need to be considered a first-time home buyer. Specifically, you qualify if you haven't owned a principal residence in 2025 or the previous 4 calendar years. So that's 2021, 22, 23, 24, and 25. The basic requirements are, you must be a Canadian resident aged 18 or older, you must have first-time homebuyer status, you can't have owned a home since January 1st, 2021. Now here are some surprising qualification facts that most people don't know. Owning rental property doesn't disqualify you. It's only your principal residence that matters. You can actually regain first-time homebuyer status after 4 years of not owning a principal residence. If you're married, each spouse qualifies independently, so you can potentially double your FHSA power. And previous home ownership outside Canada may not disqualify you, but this depends on your specific situation. So what are the actual tax benefits you get from the FHSA? The FHSA provides immediate tax deductions on contributions, and you pay no tax on withdrawals for home purchases. Let me show you a real example for 2025. Let's say you've contributed the full $8,000 to your FHSA, and you're in a 30% marginal tax bracket. You'll get a tax refund of $2,400 for your 2025 tax filing. Then when you withdraw that money for your home, you owe zero tax, so your total tax benefit is $2,400 plus the tax-free growth you get when you invest the money. Compare this to other accounts. The RRSP gives you a tax deduction, but you pay tax on withdrawal. The FSA gives you tax-free withdrawal, but no upfront deduction. The FHSA gives you both the deduction and a tax-free withdrawal. It's literally the best of both worlds. Now you might be wondering how this compares to the home buyer's plan for the RRSP that's been around for years. So let's dive in. Both programs help first-time homebuyers, but the FHSA is generally better because there's no repayment requirement. Let me show you the key differences. With the FHSA, you can withdraw up to $40,000, there's no repayment required, and no tax on withdrawal. With the home buyer's plan through the RRSP, you can withdraw up to $60,000, but you must repay it over 15 years, and there's also no tax on withdrawal. But here's the best part. You can use both programs together. That means at least $100,000 per person tax-free for your home purchase. If you're a couple, that's over $200,000 combined. So what can you actually invest in within your FHSA? You can hold the same investments in an FHSA as you would in an RSP or a TFSA. You can have high-interest savings accounts, GICs, mutual funds, ETFs, or individual stocks and bonds. Now, your investment strategy should depend on your timeline to purchase. If you're thinking of buying within 1 to 2 years, stick with GICs or high-interest savings accounts for complete safety. If you're looking at 3 to 5 years, you might want to consider balanced funds or a conservative ETF for moderate growth. Now, if you have more than 5 years, you can probably be a bit more aggressive with growth investments and equity ETFs. But what happens if your plans change and you don't end up buying a home? Now, if you don't use your FHSA within the first 15 years of opening it, you can transfer your FHSA balance to your RRSP or RRIF tax-free. It won't affect your contribution room, and you have to transfer it to RIF if you're over 71. Now, in this case, if you have a maxed out RRSP and don't live in a primary residence right now, you can open an FHSA and create $8,000 a year of extra RRSP room. This makes the FHSA a true win-win account. Either you get your dream home or you just boost your retirement savings. There's really no downside, but there are some mistakes you want to avoid along the way. Top FHSA mistakes I see are, first, over-contributing. This triggers a 1% monthly penalty tax and it adds up fast. For example, if you open an FHSA the first year it was available in 2023, and waited to 2025 to contribute your maximum contribution room, which is $24,000, that exceeds the maximum of $8,000 per year plus the one carry forward. So in this case, you'd be over-contributed by $8,000. Second, missing the 30-day withdrawal deadline after taking ownership of your home. Once you've officially purchased your home, you have 30 days to withdraw from your FHSA. If you wait any longer than that, your withdrawals will be ineligible. Third, not maximizing your carry forward contribution room when you have it available. For example, some people think the maximum is $8,000 a year, but they might actually have carry forward room from the year previous. Fourth, getting the timing wrong on your tax return for contributions. In this case, some people might not actually need to contribute $8,000 this year and take the contribution receipt for this tax year. You might actually want to wait and contribute $16,000 next year and have a bigger refund. That's where proper tax planning comes in. And fifth, not understanding the first-time buyer rules when it comes to actually withdrawing your money. So how can you avoid these mistakes? Set up automatic contributions to stay within the limits, understand all the deadlines, and work with a qualified advisor for complex situations. So how do you actually get started? Opening an FHSA is straightforward and available at most Canadian financial institutions. Here are your steps to open your FHSA. First, confirm your first-time homebuyer eligibility using the guidelines I covered earlier or on the CRA website. Second, choose a provider. This could be banks, credit unions, or investment firms like mine. Third, complete the application with the required documents. Fourth, set up automatic contributions to maximize your contribution room. And fifth, select appropriate investments based on your timeline. Although the FHSA is technically a savings account, you can invest in multiple different investments within the account to grow it in the long term. The required documents you'll need are a government-issued photo ID, your social insurance number, proof of Canadian residency. But here's a best practice tip. If you open your account before the end of the year, you start accumulating this year's room and the next year's room right away. For example, let's say you open it this year, December 31st, 2025. In January 1st, 2026, you'll have $16,000 of contribution room. The FHSA is the most powerful home buying tool available to Canadians in 2025, but success depends on proper planning and execution. Your next steps are clear. First, determine your eligibility using the guidelines in this video. Second, calculate your potential tax savings based on your income and your timeline. Third, choose the right investment strategy for when you plan to buy. And fourth, open your account before year-end to maximize your contribution room. If you need personalized FHSA advice, I offer free strategy sessions to help you maximize your FHSA benefits and coordinate with other home buying strategies. You can book your free consultation by calling me at 647-798-4028, emailing me at harry.sale@raymondjames.ca, or using my Calendly link in the description below. I'm Harry Sale, financial advisor at Raymond James in Toronto, helping Canadians maximize their tax advantage savings. Make sure to subscribe for more 2025 tax and investment strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.